Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss the next question of our agriculture optional answer writing practice series, and the question we are going to discuss today is write down the physical environmental factors affecting crop production and discuss effect of changing rainfall pattern on crop production in India. So this question was asked in this year's civil services examination, that is agriculture optional paper of UPSC CSE 2024. So we will see how we can approach this answer, and I think I have taught this answer previously also. I think various answers like this I have done previously also. So I think who the students who were following our videos would be able to solve these answers very nicely. But still, let's see how can we structure this answer and how we can approach this answer. So we all know that there are various factors on which crop production depend. There are various biotic factors and there are various abiotic factors. Okay, and in abiotic factors there are various physical environmental factors, physical and environmental factors on which crop production depends. So we'll have to discuss this physical and environmental factors, and biotic factors that are all living factors. For example, soil microorganisms and other things will come in biotic factors. So let's see how what are the factors on which the crop production depends. The first one is the soil. Obviously, it is the core for any crop production. Without soil, no crops or other things could be produced. So various things such as what is the soil organic matter present, soil type, soil texture, soil organic matter, soil fertility, or you can say organic matter or fertility, that would come in similar point. Soil fertility, pH levels, what is the pH of the soil. So all these things have an impact on crop production. Secondly, we have climate, the climatical factors such as temperature, precipitation, humidity, humidity. All these will have effect on crop production. Especially the precipitation factor is the most important, because crops, especially the cereal crops and the crops, commercial crops, they require a lot amount of water. So in India especially, various amount of water is contributed through precipitation. So it is very important. Adequate amount of sunlight is important. Okay, because without sunlight, photosynthesis will be not important. Not only amount but intensity of sunlight is also important. Amount and intensity, and this intensity varies from location to location, and that is why you will see changes in cropping patterns from location to location. Okay, kharif crops we require a high amount of intensity of sunlight. When we come to rabi crops, the intensity decreases to lower levels. So that is why sunlight is very important. Next, water availability. The availability of water, either it be some irrigation water, groundwater. The availability of groundwater is also important, because through pumps and other things we use those water to irrigate. Rainfall, although we have included rainfall in precipitation also, but in water availability you can also add it. The topography, how is the topography of the area, such as landscape, and this landscape only affects various things such as drainage. If the landscape is loosely held, then the problem of erosion will be more. Erosion, slopes, if the landscape is slopey, then different types of cropping patterns should be followed there. We have to do contour farming and other things. Altitude has another good amount of effect on crop production, because in higher altitudes, what you will see, the climates will be cooler. So higher altitudes will have cooler climates, and also in higher altitudes you will see that we have shorter growing seasons. All these things have impact on crop production. Wind has various impact, because suppose the wind is very strong, it will damage crops. Damage by strong winds. Winds also play a very important role in uh, pollination, evaporation. So all these things have very huge impact on crop production. These are the environmental and physical factors which have very huge impact on crop production. And I think you understood all the factors, and based on this structure you can answer this question. Now let's move to the second part of the question. The second part of the question is asking about effect of changing rainfall patterns in Indian agriculture. How the rainfall patterns which are changing due to the climate change and other things are impacting the Indian agriculture. So I think I have discussed these things in classes also, in previous answer writing videos also. So we will see how it impacts. First of all, there is increased uncertainty. Obviously, due to rainfall patterns, the farmers are not certain to how which crop to plan, how to plan our cropping systems, how to plan our various crops. So all these things is the problem, because suppose they crop something like rice and the rainfall is low, then there will be huge loss. Suppose uh, uh, they have planted some plants which are not tolerant to stagnant water, and there is huge rainfall which leads to an stagnant water kind of flooding, other things, so that could be problem. So that is what I have mentioned here. Droughts could be problem, flooding could be problem, and due to these things there is excessive soil erosion also. Nutrient leaching is a problem due to droughts and floodings. Especially due to flooding, you will see nutrient leaching. With the excess water, the nutrients also leaches sometimes to groundwater, sometimes to neighboring water bodies. So all these things been a problem. Soil health is very much impacted. Soil, because soil moisture levels are directly dependent on rainfall. The rainfall will be low, the soil moisture levels will be low. Rainfall will be good, soil moisture levels will be high. So that will be another factor. Crop choice and diversity. Suppose there is drought, then the farmers will have to shift to drought tolerant species. If there is flood, farmers will have to shift to flood tolerant species. So all these things can be problem, and the major problem is that it is changing. The farmers who have adapted to a certain type of rainfall pattern from suppose 22 decades, 3 decades, it is not changing. So due to that change, the problems are arising, because the farmers had not faced the problems from the certain decades which they are going to face now due to the changing in these rainfall patterns due to climate change. So that is what is adding up to the problem. Pest and disease incidents could be there. Suppose due to there is rainfall, if the rainfall is high, fungal diseases will be more. Okay. Another, pests will be more prevalent in rainfalls. Various pests which thrive in good moisture contents. So this could be problem, and all these things will be certain impact on economic condition of farmers. Okay, because Indian farmer, especially in India, we all know that around 50% farmers are directly dependent on rainfall. 50% areas are rainfed and dryland areas. So that will have a high impact on farmers' economic subsistence, or you can say farmers' economic life. Okay, there will be change in incomes. There will be flooding. There will be fluctuation in incomes. There will be problem of food security, and that will impact overall agricultural productivity, especially in India. So these were the factors which are dependent on rainfall, and these are the problems which Indian agriculture is going to face due to changing rainfall patterns. And I think you should conclude by writing some positive statements. That is on you how you conclude, and I hope you understand the answer. So that is all for today. If you like it, please press the like button. Please do share, and please do subscribe. It takes a lot of hard work to make such videos for you on regular basis, and if you like, if you share, if you subscribe, it motivates us to make more such videos for you regularly. So that is all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.